Good morning, dear friends. Happy Monday. Hope you had a lovely weekend, enjoying the heat. We've got lots of heat here, so I hope you're keeping cool and enjoying this. Enjoying this weekend is a very powerful experience. Did you get to see the full moon, the full blue sturgeon moon? We had a chance to go and see it, and it was coming in and out of clouds. It was just really neat, ethereal experience. All that being said, I like to check in with the vibe of the moon. Did you feel it? Do you allow yourself to just feel the inspiration that the moon can give us? You know, full moons are all about reaping the benefits of what it is you've been working on, what you've been thinking on and focusing on. And this full moon was in the sign of Aquarius, which is very much, it's an air sign, so it's very much thinking process. So are there thoughts? Are there mindsets? Are there beliefs that it's time to let go? Because I think that what we're stepping into now is a very big sort of new way of really accessing that connection between your head and your heart. And so all that being said, this is a really good time to reflect on this letting go idea. That's what we've been doing, is working through my letting go system a card at a time. And this is actually the 43rd card today of the deck of 44. And I think that we're going to just keep doing this. We're going to just keep going through these cards one at a time, because, you know, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like they really line up with the energetics. So I said to you, here we are. We've just had the full moon in the sign of Aquarius, blue moon, and sturgeon moon, which sturgeon moon is all about abundance, like really feeling into the abundance that you are part of, and then slowing down enough to just really acknowledge what it is you're becoming, what you're creating, what you're working on, and then reviewing what is it that you're letting go. Because human life is always about awareness, and then being clear on what's serving you now. Who are you becoming? Where are you evolving? So if you're here with me live, say hi. As always, when I have these conversations, and I'll share with you about the letting go part, and then I pull a tarot card and 3 angel cards. But if there's things that come up that you want a wee bit more information or insight, let me know. You can put it in the comments below or privately message me. That's my mission in life, is to help people align with their core, with their essence, with their purpose, and let go of what's not serving them. So all that being said, what we're working on today is depending upon other people for your happiness. So are there situations or scenarios that you give away your power about being happy, or like focusing on what is it you need to do? Because, you know, it's great to have relationships. We are social beings. But if it's a dependent, you know, if it's I can only be happy when this person does this for me or doesn't do that, or right, then you've set up a condition for yourself that can actually lead to some forms of dysfunction. So feel into that. Do you find in any area or aspect of your life that you depend upon others for your happiness? Maybe it's time to come into your heart and realize you're the boss of you. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Good morning from the road. I hope you're having a wonderful trip, my dear. So, depending on others for happiness, do not put your happiness in the hands of others. A relationship is not going to fulfill the void if you can't make yourself happy. You need to achieve happiness on your own before you can find someone else to share it with. This creates a detrimental dependency that will block you from becoming self-realized. So it's important stuff, this, right? People who haven't learned how to look after themselves emotionally are more likely to reach out for someone else to do it for them. But no matter how good someone makes you feel, it's still a good idea to preserve and develop as much emotional resilience, self-resilience as you can. It does take practice, but you will be able to take care of yourself in situations where you may have previously have depended upon somebody else. So for example, if you feel lonely or stressed, you could experiment with different ways of making those negative feelings dissolve. There are many ways to make yourself feel better. Calm, deep breathing. I'm a big believer in that calm, deep breathing. You've probably seen me do this before. Hand over your heart, breathe in through your nose, and sigh it out. And doing a few of those can really calm your whole nervous system down. Gentle massage, you can actually gently massage your own body, right? Consciously switching off thoughts or meditating. Enjoying films or music, talking on the phone, going for a walk, doing something creative, right? All those types of things. Make it your project to figure out and repeat what works best for you. Because there is no one size fits all for any of that. And talking about that, I have a masterclass coming up on Thursday. And the theme of that is all about there is no one size fits all for self-care. And so I want to help people get clear on what is it for you and try different things. So that's my masterclass is on Thursday. I'll put the link later in the comment below if you'd like to learn more, but it'd be wonderful to have you there. So take a deep breath. Just see is there little conversations or realizations on this idea of letting go of depending upon other people for your own happiness. And so as you just feel into that, I'm shuffling the tarot cards. Let's see what kind of guidance the tarot will help us with, helping us just see the way. Because even if you have been depending on other people, doesn't mean you're right or wrong. It just means developing an awareness, accepting that that's maybe what's happened, and then looking at how can I develop some of that emotional self-resilience, that reliance on me. And then, like I say, when we do that, we actually then get to enjoy our relating with other people so much more, because it's a whole being meeting a whole being, as opposed to a being that thinks they're only half without the other. Then that's when there's sort of this attachment, right? That's what letting go is all about, releasing attachments. And perfect. Actually, I love the fact that this came up. The Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, that's beautiful acknowledgement. Remember I said that the full moon was in Aquarius, which is an air sign. Wands are air, thinking, thoughts, getting it aligned, your head and your heart. And knights are also related to taking action. So although a full moon is all about reaping the benefits of everything that you've been working on, there's also a sense of saying, who am I becoming now? Right? So aligning your head and your heart. So maybe if you have a propensity to overthink and lots of thoughts going on, which can actually be happening right now because of the different planetary alignments, plus the fact that we have 6 retrogrades that we're sitting with right now too, that it's time to maybe look at, can you consciously say, I'm turning the volume down, or I need to list out all the things that I've got going on and looping round and round in my head, that you can say, thank you, I'm going to just focus on my breathing, or I'm going to focus on what I can do, or what lights me up. These are just really good questions and just little pointers to tap into, to calm yourself, soothe yourself, all of those kind of things. So I was just shuffling these Doreen Virtues Healing with the Angels cards. I like that these always give us just beautiful little insights, and usually will connect with what we've just talked about. So, and as always, these are. So, first one, divine timing. I love that one. Divine timing is kind of saying everything's in exact right order. You are making the right choices. You're in the right situation for you. And if there is any sense of, oh, I'm stuck, or I wish things were better, just sit with it for a moment and see, are there pieces that you need to rewire, and you need to tell yourself a different story, or say, I'm going to rewrite my story. Rewrite and celebrate who it is you are, who you're becoming, the games that you get to play. Remember, this is a game. We are playing a game of life. And the more we can really relax into the idea of everything happens as it should, everything happens at the right time, divine timing, celebrate who and what we are, that we are co-creating, we're all in this together, and then watch for the signs. When I talk about watching for signs, it's so important to recognize how many different ways signs can show up. It can be just an idea that lands in your mind. It could be a feeling that just comes up. It could be something musically that you hear. It could be somebody says something off in the distance when you're out in the grocery store, and the word brings up a memory or something. Or it could be the birds singing and it sounds like some type of word, or a series of words. Or it could just be that you see a beautiful shape in the clouds. All of these are signs. How do they make you feel about you, and do you follow them? Do you acknowledge that you are a powerful manifester, you're a powerful creator, and you do have access to all of this aspect of you, of all the different components of you? I hope this makes sense. Good luck for this week on focusing on releasing any propensity or any pieces where you may depend on others for your own happiness. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you. Much love. I wish you a beautiful week ahead.